the Century, Andrew plays 1 here, and we're back. Now, since the Flash Season 5 premiere is coming in a few days, I thought, why not? Let's do all seasons in one video. Let's get on with it. And yeah, don't mind all this, just as me testing out this new editing software. Yeah. Me and my sister were watching Arrow. It was Season 2, I believe, and suddenly out of nowhere, Barry Allen shows up. I was like, I recognized that name before. Then we both realized, it's the Flash. As soon as we ended the episode, we tried to look for it on Netflix, and it was on Netflix. So we decided to finish Arrow and then go on to Flash. In my opinion, the first season has to be my favorite. The first one had a charm to it. Had the right balance of comedy and drama. They used the Reverse Flash very well. And this story is certainly one of the most fresh stories for a Flash storyline. The characters play their parts well in the first season, it makes sense. My favorite episode overall has to be the Season 1 finale. With just the right emotions, it pulled off an amazing episode. Now the second season of Flash was a step down from the first, but it was still pretty good. The characters still have their charm and personalities and are used well. Personally, for me, when they explained the physics of time, it wasn't that confusing to understand. The new villain, Zoom, while pretty much Reverse Flash 2.0, is terrifying in his own right and owns the season. From the serial killer look to his voice to what he does to the team and the city overall, he owns the season. But what made me prefer Reverse Flash over Zoom, however, is the reveal. I thought Zoom's reveal kind of made him a little bland, as with Reverse Flash, it made it more interesting. But he's still good. My favorite episode has to be episode 17, where Barry goes back in time to get help from Reverse Flash. That episode had tension, heart-pounding moments, and overall great acting and story. Now the Season 2 finale, I was 50-50. Why would Flash save his mom after what he got in the present? But it did lead to one of the most promising Flash storylines ever. The third season. While it didn't go completely down the drain, the quality had been decreased. Flashpoint was only 1 episode. How come Earth 2 has 2 episodes and Flashpoint only has 1? Considering that Flashpoint is one of the most important Flash storylines to exist, they had so many opportunities to expand the world even further, even more than Earth 2, but no. After that disappointing episode, we then move on to the main story, which is the after effects of Flashpoint. Dr. Alchemy caused havoc for a few episodes, and we thought we were finally going to get a non-speedster villain, but nope. We are introduced to Savitar, who looks cool, but essentially is another speedster with a convoluted backstory. It's good that they have an imposing figure on the show, but make him actually do something. Besides his intro, he doesn't really do anything, he just kind of stands around. It makes you wonder why he doesn't carry out his mission right away. Why does it have to be on one exact date? Also, the tone has changed to completely dark. That tone doesn't work for Flash because he isn't a dark hero. Arrow is. The plotline with Iris, while it's shocking and interesting, doesn't seem to go anywhere. By the season finale, it just became too predictable. We knew the certain event wouldn't happen because they put too much time and emphasis on it. But positives I can say are the crossover stepped up their A-game from last season and showed they could really work. And some of the filler episodes are actually pretty good. My favorite episode is episode 19, where Barry goes into the future. The show knows it can handle otherworldly type storylines, and the future episode shows that. The only problem is that it's so dark that we know it isn't going to happen. I know that some people prefer season 4 over 3, but in my opinion, it was probably the weakest season. While Season 3 was bad in my opinion, it still managed to be intriguing with who Savitar is and how they're going to prevent a character's death. Season 4 dragged. From the first half of the season premiere, our hero is back. This removes any tension the Season 3 finale had. We then get introduced to DeVoe, which he could have been a great villain, and he was. When the body switching happened, that's where it all went wrong. I liked how he got his powers, but they made him so hard to connect to, especially when he had to switch bodies. Even the metas this season aren't as fun as the other ones. And the tone they did is overdone. Trying to make Flash a comedy without remembering the balance that seasons 1 and to an extent 2 had. The finale was so anticlimactic with DeVoe's offing being underwhelming and him just trying to destroy the world at the end. There were some good things like Ralph's character development and the mystery girl. Also Marlize, she steals the show. When your side villain is better than the main villain, that's when you have a problem. In my opinion, she owns this season. My favorite episode has to be episode 7 where Barry investigates DeVoe. They pull off a very convincing and suspenseful episode, and DeVoe's backstory is very well rounded. I also enjoyed Flash Time and Don't Run. So that's it. I hope Season 5 can improve from the errors of the previous seasons and create something truly worthwhile. Kind of like how Arrow came back with Season 5, I want Flash to come back. I really do. I guess we'll find out when the season premieres. So, that's it. Bye, People Century, and I'll see you in the next video.